Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it is me, Duke CT, and boy, I had a really good day today. I had a very good math class today. Also, I am going to New York Comic Con. Yes, sir. See, I am going. Me and my sister are going. Couldn't get the 4-day passes; they're already sold out. So, improvising. But anyway. This video is not me gloating about that. This video is about the WWE and, in fact, TNA, in fact, storylines in general. Both companies' storylines, because I've been hearing a lot of interesting stuff. I've been hearing a lot of stuff from, like, the Lax Man. Good job of getting on the WWE main page, man. Good stuff, man. Props to you on that. And you have the return to LV54 on YouTube, talking about the same excuses. He's tired of it's the same stuff over and over again. And for the most part, I do see both of their points. Like, it's 3 weeks of the same stuff. Blacksman, everyone else. I mean, there's some people like True Slayer, Nightmare Baller on Twitter, and the LV54 are saying the same thing. Now, people in the Laxman's camp, I don't know everyone else who does, but they're saying it's the same. Hey, man, it's 3 weeks. It's slow burn. And in fact, I have people in forums saying the same thing. It's going to be built up because once it blows up, once it goes, it's going to be great. But I'm going to be really honest with you guys. The problem is not the storyline or what have you. With me personally, the storyline is fine, but to me, it's the execution of these storylines. These storylines, they have good premise, they have good starts and everything else, but it's the execution. Both companies do this. WWE and TNA, they have interesting storylines. Because remember, once upon a time, Aces and Eights was interesting. I know that's crazy, but they were. But then they just dragged it out. Personally, I still think they should have had Bully Ray win the title at Bound for Glory and then have the whole destruction thing happen right around the whole hell. I think, personally, since ratings went up with Chris Sabin, have Chris Sabin, the guy to take him out, and have, say, Austin Aries face him for the world title at Bound for Glory. But then again, I'm the crazy guy who thought Samoa Joe should have won the whole thing last year, but whatever. I'm getting off topic. But to me, I think that would have been a better thing. It would have been very executed well. I think it would have been executed a lot better than it was what it is right now. Just way oversaturated, boring. You have non-interesting characters, and just it's dragging out to the point that it's just like, for the love of everything that's good and holy, just end it. And with the whole WWE, Daniel Bryan versus the whole corporate regime, it's just the same type of thing. But instead of 3 weeks, it's been basically it's Raw, SmackDown. Like, for the past 4 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks, it's been the same thing. And they combine what? That's what, 5 hours of basically on a week basis. And in the end of the day, you can predict that Daniel Bryan's going to be light up on the back, and everyone's standing in the crowd. And everyone's the wrestlers are standing doing nothing at the entrance ramp. And I don't like, personally, to me, one of the main problems of the storyline is that no one else seems to be involved. Back in the day, you had guys trying to sneak up to the corporation. Some people were just, like they were heels trying to buddy up or doing everything else. Like, I feel, to me, someone like a Alberto Del Rio who needs heat, who needs something like this, would be perfect for it. And for the whole corporate best for business, Del Rio, who needs all the help he can get right now, Triple H could say, hey, we need a Mexican child as champ. Here we go, Alberto Del Rio. That guy. It would be really, really interesting to put him in there instead of just having him just stand there and just mug for the camera, which is just pathetic. Have him something to do. Another thing that you could be doing is is I think maybe part of me is like, have some victories. I mean, maybe a small victory or something in the 3 weeks or something like that. Something of him winning matches, or instead of him being light on his back or something, have them at least do something, a little victories. Not the Escalade stuff, because seriously, that just seems to me they're screaming to say, see, we're trying so hard to make Daniel Bryan over. We're just going to do a same stupid gimmick that Kofi Kingston did like a couple years ago. It's stuff like that. I hope I'm not losing anybody here, but this is what a lot of people, I've lost faith in the storyline, and it's because it's just like, it's the same motions. It's the execution and of the said storylines. And until they really start executing the storylines and what have you, the WWE deserves skepticism. And they're saying that's great, but at the end of the day is what the WWE is it's on how you end the storyline. Because right now, the only way they can end the storyline is either Cena. It's going to be the Cena-led Revolution, which is going to happen, what have you. So that's going to have Cena versus Orton at WrestleMania 30. Cue Spoonie clip yelling here, and you have what else? Also, or even better, you have Triple H versus John Cena for the WWE title, with Vince McMahon on his corner, and Daniel Bryan fighting for the Intercontinental title against Curtis Axel or Curtis Blow. I don't know about him anyway, what have you. But yeah, that's what I feel what's going to happen here. And the show, which I tried to watch on Monday, it just got worse. I just feel like no one's stepping up. Not the crowd and all this type of stuff. Nobody's really stepping up to take the places of big faces or big heels. Everyone seems stagnant. They're standing in their same places when Cena or Sheamus or what have you, they're not building up anybody. They're just stagnant. And that's the problem with the WWE for the past, since 2007 or 8, they've just been stagnant. They've been resting on their resting on their loyals. They, what have you, whatever the term of, whatever term you can use. But they've been stagnant for so long, creating real new talent. And not against people with Daniel Bryan. I think Daniel Bryan's great. I love him. Face heel, I think he does great. Same as CM Punk. But who else is there for the WWE to really step up? Who else is there for the WWE to actually step up? Tell me. I want someone to tell me this. Because right now, I don't see it. At least with TNA, there's actually some stars. At least they're trying to do something with Madness. And actually, I think Madness would be pretty good. And actually, something for a star. I think Madness is pretty good. And, what have you. I mean, they have something. WWE, I don't know. Oh, also, TNA has Kenny King, too. I think they're going to hopefully get... And, Manic. And whatever. All the other guys. There are some guys in TNA I think they can step up. But in WWE, who else there? There's a lot of old stars and a lot of guys who have been in the same positions over and over again. Kofi Kingston should be in the main event right now. Personally, why not have Kofi Kingston be the main heel? Maybe I'm just rambling here, and hopefully I haven't lost y'all yet. But it just seems that to me, everyone else is stagnant. It's the same old stuff. And again, goes back to storyline execution. It's just the WWE doesn't really need to evolve, doesn't want to evolve, doesn't need to do anything new. They don't even want to same thing for TNA for that matter. Hell, there's no one really new in the booking staff either. To me, why don't we get, say, Gabe Swolowski back in TNA or ROH? How about we get someone like a Mike Quackenbush or Delirious or someone else that actually gets some new ideas? And maybe execute, and actually execute on the old stuff too. Hell, and speaking of old stuff, I am dying for a Jack Tunney to come back or something. Because right now, it's the same old garbage of the evil general managers, what have you. I am done with general managers. Good, bad, indifferent, I'm done. I just want someone like Jack Tunney come. I figure like Jack Tunney makes some matches, appears only once and twice a year. Everything else is handled by the board of directors or what have you. TNA had that thing with their board of directors or board of officers or TNA championship committee. They had a championship committee that made the matches and everything else. Why can't TNA go back to that? WWE should just go get a championship committee too. Hopefully, maybe that'd be nice. After this whole storyline, that will be worth it. Where the board of directors say, enough of this shit. We're going to have a championship committee to do all this type of stuff. No more GMs. No more anything else. No more, it says Vince, Triple H, everything else. Screw y'all guys. Go back to Connecticut. Go home. You're not wanted here. That will be the great ending. But no. We'll just have Vince do his little walk. And everything will be right back as ring. Status quo for everybody. With John Cena's champion and all the Confederate and fans booing and what have you. And that will be the status quo. Yay! I'm tired of the status quo. We need some change. There's some new ideas. Anyway. Dixie T here. Peace, love. See y'all when I see y'all. Later.